What's up, guys? This is Breakline Fishing. Today I'm going to be bringing a very quick video talking about what rods I like to bring on a daily basis when I go fishing. I just completed my Keto 12 video, so make sure to go check that out. I go over my kayak really quick, and this is going to be another quick video. I basically bring 8 rods when I go fishing. I really can't take more than 8 on a kayak. Really 6 or 7 is my max. You know, a lot of guys, I know a lot of guys like to bring like 20 plus rods and have like 4 crankbait rods and all of that. I can't really do that on a kayak and bank fishing, especially fishing from a kayak. So I'm gonna go over my main 8 rods that I feel like I always bring with me. Sorry for the wind. The wind's picking up a little bit. This is basically my first rod. This is a 13 Fishing Omen. This is a 7'1" medium fast action, and this is kind of one of my all-around rods. I basically use this for topwater. I can use this for spinner baits. I can use this for lipless. I can use this for maybe square bills, swim jigs, chatterbaits, finesse worms, maybe weightless if I'm fishing around some cover and want some more backbone. And this is paired with a 7.2 to 1 Shimano, what is this? I can never pronounce Shimano products, but anyway, that's my first rod up. I got this I think it's 12-pound copolymer. Got buzzbait on right now. Yeah, that's a very good all-around rod. The 7-foot medium heavy fast, medium fast, those you can use for a lot of different purposes, which is why I bring 2 of them. This is another 7-foot medium fast rod. This is a Abu Garcia Veritas 2.0. I have no idea how to pronounce it either. And it's paired with a Loomis speed spool. I believe this is a 6.8 to 1 gear ratio. And on this I have a lipless tied on right now. So basically the same application. This has 15-pound fluorocarbon. Pretty sure maybe it's the other way around. I think this has the copolymer that has the 15-pound fluorocarbon. But anyway, those 2 rods are kind of my go-tos. They're kind of the center of my lineup. I can tie pretty much anything on those, so always have both of them in the boat. They're interchangeable. Next up, this is my Loomis MX. This is a 7-foot heavy fast action, and this is paired with a Abu Garcia or SX. This is, as you can see, I got a jig on it. I use this for jigs. I don't use this for flipping. It's not long enough, and it doesn't have enough backbone for flipping. But jigs, Texas rig, maybe shaky head, small swim bait sometimes, and then maybe a small frog if I'm not fishing a frog in heavy cover and I will balk it, or maybe a heavy more heavy popper. Yeah, that's another good all-around rod. This is more for fishing soft plastics and fishing jigs than it is fishing power stuff with open hooks like the past 2 rods. Another great one. Next up this is my spinnerbait rod. Now, if you have seen any of my videos, you know that I love to throw the spinnerbait. This is a Shimano Compre 610. I believe it's a medium heavy extra fast. And this is my all-around spinnerbait rod. So basically the only thing I throw on this is spinnerbait. The only thing I tie on is spinnerbait. This is a spinnerbait technique specific rod. I mean, that doesn't mean too much, but and then it's paired with a Shimano Science. I can't pronounce that. I don't know. You tell me. Cayenne Science. I don't know. But anyway, spinnerbait, that's one of my go-tos. I always have a spinnerbait tied on. I catch fish all the time with a spinnerbait. No matter the weather, temperature, anything. This is a year-round. Always have this rod. Always have this, and I always have a spinnerbait tied on. Now moving on, I believe this is my 5th rod. Another Loomis E6X. This is a 7'1" medium heavy fast. And this is kind of my go-to Texas rig, shaky head, small jig maybe, and then kind of a lot of overlap with my other Loomis. I'll throw maybe a frog or something on this, but very good all-around rod. I could even throw like a heavy lipless or something like that. I don't know. But you know, those 7-foot medium heavy fast is a very good rod. And G Loomis is a very good brand. This is probably my favorite brand of rods is G Loomis. They're just very well made, but they're also very expensive. And then I pair this with an Garcia STX. And this is a very fast rod, reel, I believe. Let's see where it says it. But yeah, you know, that's what I'm throwing a Texas rig on. I always have a Texas rig tied on pretty much. That's another, you know, just go-to staple. And this is, I kind of consider this one my Texas rig rod. Moving on, this is actually my newest rod that I got. This is a St. Croix Mojo Bass 7.4 heavy fast action, and they advertise this as a frog rod and a swim jig rod. I'm basically just using it for a frog rod. I could also tie a swim bait on here. I could probably tie a jig on here as well. Braid, frog, I got a Quantum, whatever this one's called. This is a reel I've had for a while, but it's a pretty fast reel. And this is basically my frog rod. I like to bring this a lot of times when I go fishing because I like to fish frogs a lot, and you know, I can swap this over to flipping jigs, maybe in light cover, not true flipping rod, but you know, and then also, you know, like a heavy swim jig like it says, or swim bait, something like that. Great rod. St. Croix is a great company. Now this is my true crankbait rod. This is a Daiwa Tatula on a Daiwa Sylveon. I believe this is like a medium moderate composite, maybe. I don't think this is graphite, but you know, I've had this rod for a while. I got on sale, and this is my go-to cranking rod. So you know, it's a medium moderate. Deep divers, I believe it's like a 7.1 or 7.2. So deep divers, like medium divers, maybe a square bill if it's large enough. A lot of times I'll throw the square bill when I'm fishing square bills around structure. I'll go to a square bill with one of my, you know, medium fast rods. But great crankbait rod. I'm actually missing a piece of it right now, so I haven't been able to fish it too much. Gotta get that ordered in. But Daiwa's also, you know, a great company, and I haven't had any troubles with it. And yeah, that is my crankbait rod. And then the last rod, this is kind of my more finesse. This is my spinning setup. This is a Shimano Compre. It's supposed to be a drop shot rod. I believe it's a 6.8 like medium fast or something like that. I don't know. 6.8 medium extra fast. So you know, and it's paired with the Ardent, whatever. I don't know what this one's called, but it's an Ardent Wire 4000. So it's a really good reel. Ardent's, you know, a really good company. And then basically I'm fishing drop shots with this. I'm fishing shaky heads if it's a light shaky head, and I want to, you know, more finesse. Wacky rig, definitely. So that's really my big three: wacky rig, drop shot, and shaky head. And then also weightless Texas rig, you know, finesse worm. And that's basically all I do with this rod. Maybe if I just want to downsize and I feel like, you know, I want to throw a small crankbait, small swim bait, I'll just go to this rod and just throw it on there. It's my only spinning tackle that I bring. I just like bait casters a lot more. Yeah, this is a really great rod. I catch a lot of fish on this one also, especially with wacky rig. I love the wacky rig. The wacky rig's awesome. And that is all 8 of my rods. Just to recap, I got 2 7-foot medium fast action, or 1 7.1, 1 7-foot medium fast actions. I throw anything on there from, you know, char baits, swim jigs, spinner baits, lipless, crankbaits, finesse worm, shaky head, maybe even chop water, buzz bait, you know, anything like that. And those are kind of my 2, I call them, you know, all-around versatile rods. And then I got my 2 jig and Texas rig rods. Really got those 2 G Loomis ones I showed you. You know, and again, those are very flexible. I fish, you know, I could tie on, you know, the frog or some heavy chop water, or maybe a small swim bait. And you know, usually with the soft plastic swim baits, I don't fish hard body swim baits a lot, but soft plastic swim baits, I generally tie those onto the G Loomis as well too. So we got those 2, got my spinnerbait rod, got my frog slash, you know, like heavy jig, heavier jig, swim jigs, swim bait rod, and then I got my crankbait rod, dedicated crankbait rod, and then I got my spinning tackle. So that's all 8. Those are my main 8. Also got a 710 flipping stick. That's kind of, you know, a beast basically, and that's when I'm like heavy cover flipping, you know, flipping and heavy stuff. But that's the only time I'll bring that, so that's really not one of my main rods in rotation. Yeah, let me know if you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped. Hope it, you know, gave you some sense of, you know, what you want to bring when you go fishing, anything like that. Anyway, break line fishing. See you in the next video.